Hey guys, what's up? It's Ira from AppFind here. Today we got another exclusive app showcase. Today's episode is going to be on the best racing games for your iPhone and iPad. Now just a quick update on the app showcase before we get started. The app showcase is now going to be a monthly show. That's because I wanted to put enough time and effort to make it the best quality possible, and I didn't think I could really do that with just the weekly schedule. That's why it's going to be coming out once a month. This is the March episode, which is going to be on the best racing games. There's going to be one for April, May, etc. Be sure to leave in the comment section below what you want us to do for the next app showcase, and let's get started on the best racing apps. The first game that we got is Need for Speed Most Wanted. Now this isn't going to be in any particular order because we know some of you guys have different tastes in racing games, and we want to just show you the best games, not really in any particular order. So basically we're just going to start out with Need for Speed Most Wanted, which is definitely a really great iOS racing game. Now the graphics are absolutely stunning, and so are the physics. But EA definitely outdid itself from some of its previous Need for Speed games, which have existed on the App Store for a very long time. Need for Speed Most Wanted is really great, and also a really great port of the console version of Need for Speed Most Wanted. But one of its biggest selling points is definitely its graphics. The cars look absolutely stunning. There is a wide selection of cars, and also they've got really great scenery and a lot of different background that looks amazing and really stunning. It really thrusts you right in when you're going through tunnels, you're looking at a bunch of scenery, you're rounding a corner. There's a lot of different graphics and really great graphics that went into creating this game itself. It's definitely a must-have. Zombie Highway has been a favorite of mine for a very long time. Zombie Highway basically pitches you against different tracks that have a lot of different obstacles in the road, but the biggest obstacle of them all is all the different zombies trying to hop onto your car and trying to swing you from side to side. You gotta be careful and use your weapons sparingly because you have very limited ammunition, and also try to smash into different cars to kill off the zombies. Otherwise, if you have too many zombies on there, too strong zombies on there, they're going to start to pull your car over, and you're going to tip over, and you're going to lose your high score. Now, the way the game works is you're trying to get as far as possible. As you can see in the top left corner, there's the mileage. You're trying to get as far as possible and beat your friend's scores. There's a bunch of different weapons and different ammunition that you can get for these weapons. There's a bunch of different things that you can compete with, and a lot of different cars to unlock. Overall, the gameplay is very extensive, and I recommend giving it a try. Every once in a while you come across one of these great applications that has a new type of gameplay that really revolutionizes the way that you can play. Now, Draw Race is definitely that application, and Draw Race 2 is the sequel to that application that really just goes above and beyond what the original Draw Race was and what iOS games can do. Now, this racing game is a very unique premise where you got to draw a line around a track and your car is going to follow that line. But it's not dead fast to that line. If the car is going too fast at points, it's going to skid off. If it goes too close to obstacles, you're going to hit it. So basically, you're drawing where the car should go, but not exactly where the car will go. Now, it's a fine line between accuracy and speed, because if you go a little too fast, you could be swinging off of the track, but if you don't go fast enough, you're going to lose the race. This is a really great application with a bunch of different levels. Now, it is a little bit different than some normal applications and a little higher price tag, especially because of what it is, but I definitely like it, and I really recommend giving it a try if you have the money to pick it up. Asphalt 7 Heat is definitely a really great arcade style racing game for your iPhone or iPad. But you could say that Gameloft's Asphalt series is kind of the response to EA's Need for Speed franchise. It's definitely got a lot of similar qualities, but I definitely think they actually are slightly apart in a few different ways. If you take a look at Asphalt 7, you can tell that it's kind of an arcade style racer. You can pick up a bunch of different cash, you can also pick up different boosts and power-ups and nitrous boosts along the way. While when you come to Need for Speed, it's kind of more realistic, hyper-realistic when you take a look at the Need for Speed games as opposed to the Asphalt 7 and Asphalt games. Now, which one's better? That's hard to say, and that's really up to you, but I definitely think that they are kind of different in a bunch of different ways, although some people like to compare them together a lot. Either way though, Asphalt 7 is definitely a really great game to play, and it's actually a little bit cheaper in its price, and it has a lot of great multiplayer options as well, and that's just a cherry on top to all of the great graphics and everything that's already included within the app. Bike Race is definitely a really great racing and multiplayer game for your iPhone. This is a really great app that lets you race against friends in kind of a time-shifted mode. You play your friends one day, and they can come back the next day and actually play a ghost of your character. They have a certain number of tries to try and beat your score, and try and finish each different area in as fast as possible. Now, one of the cool things is the free game has all of the different features that the paid game has, except it has ads, but it has all the features so that anyone can play against anyone. It's definitely a really great multiplayer game and a really great racing game for your iPhone, and it definitely has a nice social element that lets you play with your friends. Now, it can get taxing at times to have all these different games started and having to complete all of these different games in a period of time, but I definitely think it's really fun, and it's something just to try and pick up once in a while. Sonic Racing is a fun game that lets you really play a nice, simple, relaxing racing gameplay. Sonic Racing kind of makes it look a little bit like Mario Kart in a lot of the different things that it does. Actually, it is a lot like Mario Kart, but it definitely has the Sega really spin to it. Lets you play Sonic the Hedgehog and all of your favorite Sega characters. One of the cool things about this app, though, is it's a great game that for all ages to play, but it's also a game that younger kids can play on the iPad as well, so it's kind of like a family game that everybody can play together. Now, it is a little bit more lighthearted, and there are a few glitches that sometimes happen when you actually play the game itself, but overall the gameplay does look really great, and it reminds me a lot of the Mario Kart style gameplay. But overall, I recommend just picking up this app, giving it a try if you want for some more casual racing experiences. 8-Bit Rally is definitely one of those kind of games that might remind you of the games you used to play when you were younger. This is a really great application that really puts in 8-bit with the current style of racing game. Kind of reminds me of some of the pole position remix, that kind of thing. But basically, it puts you in a nice little realistic 8-bit world. So kind of the same thing that you used to play with a long time ago. Some of those old console games, some of those older games that you used to play. Really does a great job porting that to your iPhone and making it look really great and adding a bunch of different features as well. Obviously, you got your nitrous boost. There are 2 different levels of tilting side to side. There's really hard, and then there's kind of medium. Basically, it is one of those games that has its kind of a learning curve just because of the way that it's designed, but it looks really great, and it's also one of those fun retro games to play. We'll be back right after the break with 3 more top racing games for your iPhone and iPad. Today we're going to be showing you how to get FeaturePoints and get paid apps absolutely free. You can get any of these cool paid apps and also iTunes and Amazon gift cards. Go to bit.ly/getFeaturePoints. It has to be exactly that URL, bit.ly/getFeaturePoints, all lowercase. You're going to install the profile. It's verified, so it's safe. Then you're going to add it to your home screen. You can open this app up, take a look. You get free points just for using our referral code, which is available on the screen. Now you're going to hit download and get any of these free apps. And once you open these apps, it's going to mark that, and you're going to get points for opening the apps. Once you collect enough points, you're able to actually get iTunes gift cards, apps, tons of cool stuff. The app you just saw us download was worth over 200 points. So we just downloaded a few apps, and now we can already get Toy Story Smash It, which is a 99-cent app, absolutely free. Once we collect it, you can see that it is downloading now. Be sure to check it out, bit.ly/getFeaturePoints. Check out my full FeaturePoints tutorial in the description below, or use the annotation link and have fun with your paid apps for free. OffRoad Legends is definitely a really great monster truck game that lets you play as different trucks and different characters throughout the gameplay of OffRoad Legends. You go through a bunch of different tracks with a bunch of different obstacles, hopping over things, trying to maneuver, trying to stick every landing, jumping over different cars, jumping over different obstacles. It's definitely a full-featured monster truck game that lets you go all the way through all of these different areas, smashing things, hopping over things. There's a lot of different stuff incorporated in the gameplay, and it definitely looks really great, especially when you're playing it on your iPad, but also when you're playing it on your iPhone as well. Overall, there's a lot of different levels, a lot of different gameplay options. It's really great to try to get 3 stars on every level, and I definitely recommend giving this app a try if you get the chance. CSR Racing is another great twist on the racing genre. You're pit head-to-head with different opponents from different teams and different tracks all around the globe to try and get to your top spot as the #1 in your city. But basically what you got to do is you got to compete against these people not by steering the car, not by going how fast you're going, but by shifting. And you got to shift into each gear at the appropriate time in order to go fast enough. You shift too soon, you're going to wheel spin. If you shift too late, then you're not going to go as fast as you can. So definitely, it's got a lot of twists and turns with this application. It's a unique style of gameplay. Unfortunately, is a freemium app, which means there's a lot of different things they try and get you to buy. But overall, if you can just play this game once in a while without having to hit the paywall or anything like that, it's definitely a great game to pick up and at least give a try. The last game that we got is Real Racing 3. This is a really great application that pitches you against different people from around the globe in time-shifted multiplayer, which means you play real people's clones in every race, which is really great and really cool, as opposed to some of these different AIs that are artificially created. You can actually play clones of people and what they would do when they're interacting with you. But it's not just some kind of ghost or anything like that. They can actually interact with your car, which is definitely really cool. Now, the gameplay is absolutely stunning. Obviously, we love the graphics, and we love the graphics of the cars themselves. It all just really flows together and looks as good as it possibly can be. I definitely really enjoy Real Racing 3 and all the graphics and everything that's involved. Now, my only downside is the freemium model that it has, trying to get all these different gold and money, as opposed to actually charging for the app itself. It's charging for different things within the app. But overall, the gameplay does look really great, and it works really good too. And I recommend just picking it up if you haven't already. It is free, and I highly recommend checking it out. Alright guys, that's it for today's app showcase on the best racing games. Be sure to leave in the comment section below what you want us to do in April's app showcase, which will be coming out next month. It's going to be pretty cool. Obviously, we got a lot of other different things on this channel as well. A bunch of different other videos and all that cool stuff. And monthly, we're going to be having the app showcase. Once again, I'm out from AppFind. Hope you guys subscribe and enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.